Hi, greetings from Spark. This is a three-part video series on inculcating human values from egocentric to ecocentric. In the first part, that is today's video, I'll be talking about the general degradation of the situation that we are facing in today's world. If you take the world at large, in politics, society, business, religion, family, and in individuals, we have chaos, confusion, and conflict. At the outset, I would like to start by saying what Albert Einstein said. He said, today's problem cannot be solved with yesterday's solution. Most of the attempts that we are making at a collective level today are basically rooted in yesterday's solutions. Whether we talk about revolution or voicing our opinion collectively, these are all things that have been done in the past, starting from the French Revolution, the Russian Revolution. But we have to make a difference. And there are leading examples in our own history. The history of Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela. These are individuals who made a tremendous impact on the society at large and brought about a change. Hence, today's problems are something that you cannot tackle fully at a collective level before we embark on a different exercise. Because it's a well understood fact that any entrenched culture will react violently and take strength from any opposition that you provide. Look at what is happening in Black Lives Matter, in the uprising in Belarus, and so many countries where people are now collectively organizing revolt. What happens is that you are ruthlessly suppressed and the voices are silenced. This is because the entrenched culture is very strong. Hence, we require, right from climate change, political corruption, crony capitalism, greed, all these are entrenched cultures which have dominated the scene for the last 50 to 100 years. Why we cannot use yesterday's solution of revolution and revolt and group action? Because we are now today in a different cultural milieu, in a cultural context, wherein these tools which are effective in the past are proving to be less effective. So there is a fundamental solution to this one. The solution is, or the solution lies at the individual level. This is basically what I want to address today in all the three videos, because it is the degradation of consciousness that has resulted in all the problems that we have today in every sphere of our existence. So there is an evolutionary history behind why we are in the present predicament. In the last 200,000 years, Homo sapiens have evolved, especially in their consciousness level. Evolution has two dimensions. One is the physical dimension, where through mutation and natural selection, you have upgradation to different species and different complexities. But most important, that has been not taken into consideration in Darwinian theory, is the evolution of consciousness. Accompanying every physical evolution, there is a consciousness evolution. Between two stages of an evolutionary process of a species, there are two different aspects that has to be considered. While the physical upgradation is rather slow, the consciousness evolution could be rapid within the species. This is what we are experiencing in the Homo sapiens. It was in the early 20th century that Jean Gebser came up with the thesis of an emergent structure of consciousness. In this, he defined the evolution of human consciousness in 6 stages. 200,000 years back, what he called an archaic structure of consciousness. Human being felt one with nature. They had no feeling of separation. It was a zero-dimensional relationship. Between 200,000 years to 50,000 years, Gebser defined the second stage as a magical structure of consciousness. In this stage, man somehow felt magically connected to his environment. So this is a one-dimensional relationship of his consciousness to the environment. This was during this time that rituals and worship started in a bigger way. Even today, we see some remnants of this magical consciousness in various groups of people, especially tribal people. We have some tribes who practice the ritual of drawing the image of a hunted animal on the ground and piercing his heart with an arrow before setting out at sunrise for the hunt. Then 50,000 years to 1000 BC, we had what we call as the mythical structure. In this, man had first a concept of the soul. So this, what we could call it a two-dimensional structure. And to explain the metaphysical nature of something which is more intuitive, stories were authored by wise people as mythologies. This is how, starting from the Sumerian, Vedic, Egyptian, Greek, and other mythologies, quite common in that particular era. Then Gebser defines the fourth stage as a mental stage in 2 parts, the fourth and fifth part. In the first part, in the Renaissance period, we had the emergence of philosophy and theology. And in the fifth stage of mental structure of consciousness, we had the emergence of science. And man in these 2 stages of the mental structure had a 3-dimensional relation. This is why we have a concept of past, present and future. In philosophy, we have antithesis, thesis and synthesis. In theology, we have the Trinity, the concept of the Trinity. So this was the 4th and 5th stage. And finally, the last 50 to 100 years, we have what we call as a integral or super integral stage. We could say that beginning of this particular stage started with Sri Aurobindo. In 1914, he installed what we call a Purna Yoga system. Purna in Sanskrit means wholeness. In 1931, Gebser proposed this structure. Contemporary to our own present lives, we had Ken Wilber, whose integral theory proposed a more amplified version of the integral and super integral stage. Feuerstein, who came much later in 1992, proposed a system of consciousness gradation to this level through superior wisdom following the Vedic philosophy. So these are the 6 stages that we are now seeing. And the purpose of human creation is always to move to the 6th and final stage. This was further amplified by Clare Graves and Don Beck, who came up with what we call as a spiral dynamics. I have enclosed a tabular column of ascension of consciousness from the basic level to the uppermost level of an integrative and holistic level. This is nothing but an amplification and upgradation of the Maslow model of hierarchy of needs. This gives you all basically some information about what we are lacking today and why we have degraded to this state, because there's a clear divergence between what is intended purpose of the human creation of ascending to the higher levels of consciousness. But today we find that we are rooted in a more basic animalistic mode of existence. Our consciousness is corrupted to the level of being not seeing beyond our nose and saying that this is one life and this is it and we are going to enjoy it. So this is the gist of what I wanted to communicate in the first video. We will go into the delimiting factors, how to disband the restriction, the hurdles, the structures that is holding us back, the next part of the video. Thank you very much for watching and listening.